Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're from. My wonderful cosmopolitan Emirates Wannabees and Wishcasters. Today we're going to touch some new topics, something that we didn't touch on our last video. And the last video, we did a video and it went on for like 1 hour and a half, so it was quite long. And we're not going to cover those topics again. We're not going to cover everything we said. We're just going to wrap it up so that you have an understanding of what it was and what are the changes happening now in Emirates. I think these changes are about to take in place on the beginning of February. Some of them are already in action. Some grade 2s, for example, are already being rostered as CSAs. Before we get into this wrap up and explanation of what we're going to do today, I'd like to know, can you hear anything? No sound? I see Christian saying that there's no sound. Still no sound? Second. Can you hear me? Sound is perfect now? I don't know why, but at the very beginning it's always like that. So just let me know if the sound is perfect, and if it is, I'll keep on going. All right, just 1 second. I forgot to switch on the lights. Okay. That's great. So I'm going to start all over again. Sorry for wasting your time. So I said good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our Wishcasters and our Emirates Wannabees. Today we'll be covering some new topics, things that we didn't cover earlier in previous sessions. The previous session, we'll do a wrap up today so everybody knows a little bit what we spoke about, but we're not going to cover it in depth. If you do want to know all the changes that happened in January and February, which are going to happen in February, some of them, just go back and check our other live video. It's within our YouTube channel. Just go for the lives and check the last one that we did, which was really interesting. In my opinion, it's great changes. Some of them are bad, mainly bad. So I think it's in your interest to check it out before you apply for Emirates. Today's topics, first let's start with today's topics. We're going to be talking about a new position that will reveal, like, well, yes, this new position is not something you can apply for unless you have the skills, but it's something that consequently will bring to other job openings. And this position is the one of talent acquisition specialist. I'll be explaining what is a talent acquisition specialist, what do they do within the company. I'll also be talking about crew accommodation that unfortunately is going to be closed. And we covered it on a video in the past, which was one of our most successful videos. Hi Krishna, welcome to our channel, one of our YouTube members. Nice to see you here. We did that video. It became quite popular, and it's a really nice video. And I met one of our Emirates Wannabees that subsequently, through our videos and through interacting on the Emirates Wannabees Facebook group, he gathered enough information, and when he went for his interview, he managed to pass. And not just thanks to us, it's absolutely thanks to him and his skills. But I gotta say that by the fact that he interacted with other people and he fetched information and experience from other people that already went through the job interview process and probably either failed or managed, he got some tips and tricks that helped him out to get in. And he is living in this accommodation, so now he will have to vacate it. And he's been there for maybe 1 year. So kind of tough news for him. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for all the crew that have to move out. We'll talk about why are they closing this accommodation? Why are they asking the crew to move out and to go to other accommodations in their network? All right, so we're going to be talking about those two new things, which are one of them will have, as I said, repercussions later on, the new hiring, the new job position. And the other one has bad repercussions, as I said, because crew will have to leave such a nice accommodation, go to other places around the network. On the last episode, we spoke about grade 2s being rostered for 1 month as CSAs. CSAs are not cabin crew. They are like covering these tasks of cleanliness of the toilets and of I don't think the cabin much, but mainly the toilets and the shower spas. So grade 2s won't be having safety and security tasks. They'll have to take care of cleanliness, We talked about the pros and the cons about that. Actually, not much about the pros, mainly about the negative sides and the abuse that there could be by the cabin supervisors, where they'll tell them like, hey, we're actually short of time. Can you please help us? Because you're a grade 2. Can you come and help? And that's not the CSA's duties. She was taking care of the toilets, taking care of the shower spas, like working quite hard. And then now she has to even take care of the cabin and take trays and stuff. So you check our previous video, you'll find out what are the negatives. Also, we spoke about the payslip, where the payslip is not being, sorry, I should show you this. Sorry, 1 second. And this. Yeah, okay, so now you see the presentation. So theoretically, I was supposed to start this presentation and show you, like, this was the part of the talent acquisition specialist. Anyway, so some accommodations are scattered around the Emirates network. Beautiful places like on Sheikh Zayed Road, and they're being vacated. This is what I wanted to say before with the picture. Okay, so let's keep on going. We were talking about payslip and the allowances in your payslip, not in cash anymore at the hotel. So pretty much you'll be seeing your payslip with an extra added value in it, and it will contain that allowance that you're supposed to get on your layover where you're going to. So let's say if you're going to New York, and you're supposed to get $100 of allowance, instead of getting it in cash money, just like you see on the picture, you'll get it in your payslip straight into your bank account. There are pros and there are cons. So you have to check the video we did before, because we talked a lot about it. I don't want to get into detail too much about it, but yeah, it's mainly negatives in my opinion. We also talked about redundancies in the aviation world and the problems that cadets, so new pilots, are facing, and how tough it'll be for them to find a job in this saturated market with redundant pilots that have a lot of experience, and so that will win the competition against them, which they couldn't predict. And so they find themselves in a 50 or 60, sometimes even 120,000 euro debt. They have to pay that debt, and they don't have a job to pay it off. So tough times. All right, so let's talk about the... Okay, let's stay on this slide for a second. I'm gonna just go to the other scene right here. Talent acquisition specialist. So if you go to the Emirates webpage, you'll find that they are hiring at this stage, at this time. They're hiring a talent acquisition specialist. Talent acquisition specialist is supposed to conduct the hiring. So it's like the Emirates recruiters that you meet at your job interview when you go to the open day. But they also take care of onboarding formalities. So for example, the emails that you receive once you joined, or once you got your golden call, or they take care of, for example, the paperwork and checking your medicals if they receive this paperwork. There's tons of things that happen in the back scenes. You just receive the notifications and you see, like, you passed this stage, you passed this other stage, your medicals have been accepted, this is fine, this is fine. I see my battery is... So there's that part of the job, and then there's also the induction process. The induction process, probably it's like some... I'm not completely sure about this, but either it's like cabin crew or pursers that are assigned to take care of these tasks, but they also carry out the purser job, just like the trainers do. But it could be like people that are in the human resources that are hired as talent acquisition specialists, and they are taking care of this part of the induction process. Induction process is those 10 days that you join the company, and you'll be, let's say, explaining how Dubai is. They'll explain to you, for example, what you can, when you can't do within the company, how many days off you'll get, all this kind of stuff. And so if they're hiring a new position in this let's say sector, if you can call it that, in this department of the company, that means that they're predicting that they'll be hiring new individuals, new people. And of course, it's going to be cabin crew. Now, a lot of people will be saying, why are they hiring people if they're laying off people? We talked about this on previous videos. I'm going to re-say it right here. I'm going to repeat it right here. As time progresses, as you can see in this slide, let me go to the slide right here. As time progresses, you have like, you see this shelf right here, then you have another shelf and another shelf. Imagine this is your basic salary when you join, okay? So this is your basic salary. Let's say it's like, I don't know, $500. The next year it'll be $520 or $550. Next year it'll be $560 and $600. You know, it keeps on going up. So imagine someone's been in the company for over 10 years. His basic salary will be almost the same as another person's, like a junior's salary combined with his flying pay. Well, not exactly, it won't be as high, but it'll be quite high. So Emirates, they didn't say this. I'm quite sure they'll never say this, but it makes sense in a situation of like, in tough times, it would make sense for them to let go the people that have a really old contract and hire juniors that have a lower contract because they've been in the company for lesser time. So what I'm predicting is Emirates, because also they have this expo coming up, and the situation, yeah, there are higher amount of COVID cases in Dubai, but they are vaccinating everyone. The world has vaccines now. Johnson & Johnson in April will roll out their own vaccine, sorry. And they say it's supposed to be very effective. So maybe we'll get out of this situation, and because they'll have the expo going on, they really have to hire people. They really have to hire cabin crew. So given the fact that there is a vaccination, there are multiple companies rolling out vaccines, and they have an expo, they'll probably reestablish a lot of their network. And if they reestablish all those routes, they'll need cabin crew. But they still have like the financial problems. So how do they fix that? They have to lay off cabin crew that cost too much, or other departments that have people that have contracts that are paying that individual too much, and try to fix it behind the scenes that way by always having enough crew to cater the flights. Okay, let's keep on going. So as I said, there is this new job position as a talent acquisition specialist. And also Tim Clark, I just want to reinforce what I just said. Tim Clark said that they're very confident that they will be reopening the whole entire network of their routes they had before. I don't know by when. There was an article, you can check it online. I didn't search for it, but they said that they're very confident that they'll be reopening all these routes. So if that's true, again, they're going to be hiring a lot of people. I don't want to give anyone false hopes, okay? I'm not here for this. But if you think from a logical standpoint, that's how it should go. All right, so let's keep on going. This is going to be a very short video. It's not going to be a very, very long video. There will be a part where I'll be showing you the Millennium Tower, inside and outside, with Emanuele, our friend. So if you want to stick around and watch that video with me, I'd be really happy. Let's see if there's... Yeah, that camera. I have another secret. So why are they closing Millennium? So what's the reason behind closing Millennium? Millennium is not an Emirates property. As far as I'm concerned, there are quite a few accommodations within the Emirates network that are not within, like they're not Emirates property. And so they're sort of paying rent. And it's not sustainable if you think about it. Emirates bought land and they're building on top of that land. And we're talking about Sarab and Silicon Oasis, if I'm not mistaken. And they're able to, by closing all the accommodations, the really expensive accommodations in the city center, they're able to transfer all the cabin crew that are based in these places. They're able to relocate them and put them in these other accommodations that are cheaper, where they don't have to pay rent on. And the land, they don't even have to pay property. Like, I don't know how it works, but they don't have to pay the rent for that specified land where they're in. So it's a win-win from every single point of view, if you think about it. They'll be closing Millennium and they'll be trying to adopt the same style that Etihad has. I've been to Abu Dhabi and I met with, I'm not sure if she's first class or she's there's a position, a really high position within Etihad. I think it's the butler position. I'm not completely sure. It takes quite a while for you to reach it, and she's in that position right now. And I've been to her place, and her place is like similar to Sarab. It's very beautiful, but it's like super far from the city center. And that's Etihad property. And so they have all their cabin crew there, and they're saving money because they don't have anyone in the city center. Perhaps they do have some accommodations, just like Dubai, some remaining accommodations that are not their property and they have cabin crew there. But let's say the ultimate objective is to take people out of there and relocating them into places that are cheaper and Emirates owned. All right, so we talked about Millennium closing, and I wanted to say that this already happened in the past, and it happened with 21st Century. It was right on Sheikh Zayed Road. It was a fantastic accommodation, and so now they're doing it with Millennium. It's only a matter of time. They do the same with Grosvenor and other beautiful accommodations they have scattered around their network. What else did I want to talk about? Well, now I can't remember. So in the attempt of me remembering what I wanted to say, let's go ahead and let's watch this video. This is the video that of when I went and I visited the Millennium Tower and I met with Emanuele. So some of you already watched this video.
That's your certification exams.
Let me get rid of the... For those that you did, you don't have to stick around, but it would be nice if you did. For those that didn't, then enjoy. So let me get rid of the music. There we go. Of course, I'll answer to your...
Hey guys.
I'll answer to all your questions at the end of this video. I'll try to answer all the questions. I don't know how much time I have, but I'll try.
Today's video is all about Dubai and Emirates accommodation and benefits.
Let me know if you can hear everything.
Until the end, since it's packed with useful information.
I'm going to meet my friend Emanuele Lizzi. We met on the Emirates Wannabees. I was the tutor and he was one of the students, and now he's in Emirates and he's a cabin crew. Steward level 2, grade 2. And he swapped his accommodation from Al Fatan, which is right here in Google Maps.
So you see, he came from Al Fatan. It's a very
right
terrible
next to,
one.
the Burj Khalifa downtown. It's
What a change.
Walking distance. Not sure if I'm talking for nothing, because you might not be able to hear this because there's a lot of wind. Let's see how the GoPro performs. But this is a tower where he's living at. Not bad, huh?
This link in the upper right corner is our Masterclass series on joining Emirates. Trust us, follow it from the beginning to the very end.
Same video.
There's Emanuele. I told him in Italian, team video. It means I envy you.
This is Emanuele Lizzi. Oh, unbelievable.
Hey guys.
I'm in the reception right now, but something incredible happened. I just met one of the crew on my last flight. And I just met him now. I can't believe it. Still can't believe it. This is the moment that you've all been waiting for. Emanuele will show us and introduce us his flat. Please come. Every kitchen has a window, and you can talk from this side to the other. And when you have like a party, you put your drinks here and you talk, you know? It's really nice. I like it. And he can't import any alcohol because there's this restriction by Emirates where you can't bring any alcohol with you from your destination. In the past, you could, up to 4 liters, but now, not anymore.
I just remembered what I wanted to say before. Emirates is hiring new people. Well, they're not hiring new people now, but the idea is to get rid of people that have the old contract and substitute them with other people that have a new contract. And the reason is that people that join don't know. They don't really know what happened before. They don't know the perks, the benefits, the pay. They don't know how it used to be before. So they have nothing to compare with. So if you have someone that's been in the company for 20 years ago, there were very few flights. He was going to Rio, Buenos Aires, like, can't remember how you say it. Rio. And yeah, Rio, Buenos Aires. So Buenos Aires, it's like a multi-sector. They would go to Brazil and then would go to Argentina. They would stay maybe like 4 days in Rio and 4 days in Buenos Aires and then 4 days in Brazil and then come back, you know? So those were the golden times. Now, for example, you go for 1 day in Brazil, 1 day in Buenos Aires, maybe 2 days in Brazil. I don't know if they took that away. So it's because there's so many flights. There's actually like a flight coming in, take a new set of crew, and already picking up new crew and taking them to the next destination. And it's like a constant like train of crew that are being shifted around through destinations. And it's just older contracts will know how things have changed, while newer contracts will have no idea how it used to be. So they're more likely not to complain. All right, so let me continue here. But what I just said right here makes a lot of sense, and I hope that sticks and that sinks in, because when you join, the best thing for you to do is to get in touch with people that used to be in Emirates before and know what they did take away and what they didn't, you know, so you can have a way of comparing things and understanding, is this fair? Is this not fair? But in the past, you know, something like that.
I'm gonna stop talking and I'll let you see the beautiful
I'm gonna stop
view from the
talking.
Millennium Tower. But whoa. Your flat has a discreet view.
Yeah.
Discreet.
I would say.
You were in Al Fatan before, right?
Yes, I was living in Al Qusais too before, and
There's a small difference between this building and that one, right?
You see his face?
Very small.
very small difference.
I think it's huge.
Yeah, there was even mold on the sides.
Every time someone moves out and you move
They
in,
repaint it.
they repaint
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
A friend's flatmate. Don't mind the mess. Wow.
Nice room. Look, it's very spacious and very,
Yeah.
very bright. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you know, someone like complains about the noise from the street, like the cars.
Really?
going.
That street, Sheikh Zayed?
Yeah, you can hear them, but honestly, they don't bother me.
You know, it's because of people complaining that Emirates has relocated to some airport hotels rather
Oh.
than city hotels.
Okay, okay, see. Yeah, because they need to rest. So.
Don't complain too much, or you're going to lose your benefit of being in Sheraton in New York,
Yeah.
Times Square. You know, you don't want to be in the airport there. It's a expensive, long commute. You have a squash court here too. 2 squash courts.
Oh my God, this place was amazing. The swimming pool.
Next to the Shangri-La, where you can play squash, tennis, and all those things. And he's got it here.
If you're a cabin crew, you can come to this place even though you don't belong to this building. Like you're not from this building, like you're from some other building, you're from Sarab. You can come here and you can check in and you can go to the swimming pool or to you can use the jacuzzi, whatever you like you can use here. Because Sarab doesn't have squash courts.
I'll show you one of the places I used to go with my friends to play squash, swim, grab some cocktails, play tennis, go to the gym, all this stuff, and it's free of charge for cabin crew. It's called.
Don't mind my Hawaiian shirt. I got it in Vietnam on my return.
And it's right on Sheikh Zayed Road. If you become a cabin crew, this is one of the places you can go to. I used to come here with my car. They take the keys off of your hand and they drive it and park it, valet parking.
Good old
Go
times.
to the 4th level, level 4, and there's a swimming pool and all those sport activities. I'm gonna ask if I can go and do some videos. I don't know if they're gonna let me, but I'll try for you guys.
And they let me in.
So this is the reception. I got a special permission to go through here. You can do your hair here if you like. And you have a spa also. I used to play here so many times. Unbelievable. I even know the trainer here. I don't know if he's here. I'll see. I'll say hi. I remember this water dispenser used to dispense only hot water, never cold. That's some detail you might not be interested in, but...
And access here is 100% free when you're an Emirates cabin crew.
Member,
Also
you should always
pilot.
come early in the
And
morning.
you should always come early in the morning, as I said.
It's really noisy when you're playing. So
Yeah.
noisy. I'll be
So
showing you
noisy.
The tennis courts and the swimming pool. You have to cross this bridge, and the view is really, really nice.
So you have access to the squash courts.
How many times that I
You have access to the spa
would fall down?
and tennis. Like you can book everything, and everything is free for you.
So if you're a crew, you
charge.
can come here and chill.
Come to the pool.
And the view is outstanding.
Look at that.
Cool, huh? Let's go and check the tennis court. They have like a lobster night, and you have unlimited lobster. Can't really remember how it works. I think it's like 50 euros, 250 dirhams, but it's really good. Really, really good.
And in addition to all this, they give you a 50% off on drinks and food, which is insane.
You have to reserve it ahead of time.
You can bring your friends that aren't crew and give them a 50% off.
You usually get a face card automatically. You pay 25 dirhams per month, which is about 5 to 6 euros, something like that. But it's totally worth it, especially for the face card events they hold in around Dubai for Emirates Cabin Crew.
Here's Denka. This was a boat party. And even this event was free. This was another free event.
Places like this in Dubai. One of the places that I really recommend going to, which is still within the Emirates network with a benefits plan for Emirates Cabin Crew, is the Conrad Hotel.
This is the best.
God, that's the best one, I think.
Oh my God.
Because you
I loved it.
have like a garden with a pool, and it's like sort of like a jungle on the terraces of the Conrad Hotel, and the access is free, and also the spa is free. It's so good. If you're a cabin crew and you don't go there, you're really, really missing out. Anyways, this is the Shangri-La Hotel. I think we've done our tour. As soon as you pass through the changing rooms, the changing facilities, and the showers and all that stuff, if you keep on going, you'll find these jacuzzis, hot baths, Turkish baths. And
Yeah, this place is fantastic. You even have ginger tea, lemon tea, honey.
stay fit. You really have to work
Wow.
out and treat yourself.
Beautiful.
And going for some sauna is definitely a benefit.
Yeah.
Because it's unclogging your pores from the dirt and the stuff that you are exposed when you're flying. All right, I'm gonna go back to my friend. He's having a meeting. He's creating this app. It's a new app, and it's for recycling food from restaurants and supermarkets.
And it's not called Box It anymore. It's called Fine Diner, and they do 5-star food now.
To go to the duty manager, speak
very
to him,
successful in Dubai now.
speak to another guy, and they allow me to go through because I'm not crew anymore, and I don't have the face card, so it's hard to get through for these things. But I'm happy I did because I managed. And now you know the benefits and the perks now.
I was quite shy to ask if I could go all the way up, you know? Like, what does this guy with a Hawaiian shirt want, you know? But they let me up.
Holidays, like 1
I did
month,
all that for you.
but it looks beautiful.
Also for myself, because I
is a negotiation.
it's good memories, you know? I really wanted to go up there. It's just, it brings back so many memories.
One of my favorite buildings in Dubai. This one with it looks like Marina Bay Sands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think they copied
Also
it.
in Abu Dhabi, there's one that it looks like it.
Yeah?
I think, yeah.
It's very similar to Singapore.
One is here, one is on
You can play squash here. Like, I can't believe they have a private squash court.
So these are squash courts, so
lucky.
healthy, play sport, but not just that. You got some gym here.
Gym is very nice. I mean,
Very well equipped gym.
it's kind of new.
It's not just a cabin crew building; it's also a flight deck building.
Flight deck means also cockpit pilots. You'll find pilots there.
Looking good. You have marble and thank you, silver columns. Look at that. This is Millennium's swimming pool, and you got a jacuzzi. Look at that.
Are you checking this out? Like,
I brought my bathing suit and my
Insane.
a towel.
Really?
But I'm not gonna because it's so cold.
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
actually
lot of
cold
wind.
now. Look how I'm dressed and look how he's dressed. I'm a noob. I'm an ab initio. Can we go with the shoes on the?
Yeah, we can.
You all guys know that that's the Burj Khalifa. Well, I think it's still, till now, the tallest building in the world, right?
Is it?
And that's the building that went on flames. It's the address.
yeah, this building caught fire.
New Year's Eve. Something.
And people were thrown out of the country because they were taking selfies and laughing about it, you know?
The fire
People
wouldn't
were repatriated. I don't know how to say it in English, but they were sent back home.
Cool.
That's what they said over the news. Now, I don't know if it's actually true,
I can't
but
believe you have squash courts, and I can't believe you don't.
Dubai really takes seriously the
What the
like
hell?
I don't even know.
what you're doing on social, and if you're being like reckless, you're being
brand new
stupid, you
bus.
know?
We used to have much.
There's a new Emirates bus.
No. They've upgraded and
Very, very comfortable.
They have good AC. They have a lot of space for the suitcases. There's plugs, charging your phone and stuff like that. So it's really good. Has blue lights. It looks very technological compared to what we used to have before. You know, we used to have a terrible bus before.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi,
they just
Siadul.
upgraded it to this one. This was like the final.
Yeah.
That's what they're using so far.
Very good, honestly.
Yeah, it's very good. So what do you think about Millennium? Did you like it? Your view is really good. You're at the 37th floor, right?
Yeah.
But look, yeah, this building.
So now we're gonna go downtown,
This one.
right under the Burj Khalifa.
So shiny.
So if you've never seen it, it's gonna be pretty cool.
The GoPro, which is a fisheye lens. I can't believe I met you, Emanuele. Like, we've been speaking on the Emirates Wannabees for such a long time. I don't know, maybe we know each other since maybe 8 months.
Yeah, it was like April.
If you come to Dubai, meet
Hi,
this guy.
rideshare.
He's really nice, really. Unless he doesn't want to meet you. I don't.
For just $67,
I mean, how many ads?
make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera.
This is the Dubai Opera right here. This is the Dubai Fountain. Dubai Fountain show today at 6:45 should host.
Yes, I have some friends that are UAE National Cabin Crew.
Kobe Bryant that much?
Pursers.
I respect him. He was one of the best basketball players. And did you know that he was living in Italy?
No.
He grew up in Italy. He speaks fluent Italian.
Really?
In Reggio Calabria.
No, la prossima volta che vengo qua con famiglia non sarà nessuno, faccio un
Oh my god.
Kobe Bryant spoke Italian. He grew up in Italy. Unbelievable.
I didn't know, and when I heard him talk, I was like, what the hell? How did I not know this? If you come to Dubai, one place you have to come to is Awan the Palace. That one right there.
This is one of the best restaurants.
Sorry, Groupon.ae.
In
Sometimes
Dubai.
They have like an offer, all you can eat, and you eat oysters, you eat salmon, like really good stuff. For 105 dirhams, that's about 20 euros. 105 dirhams, all you can eat, and when you're done eating, you can go to the thigh bar
Look at
and
that.
have your shisha.
And it's just for 20 euros.
No carbs.
100 dirhams.
But you
22,
hear
$23.
passing by and people
All
take
you can eat.
pictures and they're
They have oysters.
How the hell did you get to that bar? I want to get there too. And that's your little secret, you know?
Yeah.
It's really huge. Manuel has been here for 7 months and he still didn't go up to the Burj Khalifa. That gives you proof that when you're a cabin crew, you don't really have time to visit everything in Dubai. Like, you visit bits and pieces, but you don't really have the time to visit everything as much as you would like. You live here, but it's like you don't really live here.
I also think you give more priority to people or yourself rather than the place you live in, because you see so many places that you just want to maybe rest or use the time to
Do some business
do
or
some
something.
business or develop
Hobby.
your hobbies, you know?
You're studying photography now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Emirates provide you with a business account, and through that you can access to LinkedIn Learning, which is a
really good.
learning platform. And through that you can learn not only photography but several topics like psychology, videography, computer science, or HR, or finance management.
And you have it completely free. 100%
You can
free.
apply these knowledge in many other fields.
You hear this guy? He knows what he's doing. Good. This is the building that caught up in flames.
Oh.
All that side right there, all those balconies there, they all caught up in flames, and the fire brigade was here like dealing with it for such a long time. And it was New Year's Eve, so it was packed, jam-packed with people. We're meeting with other Emirates Wannabees on that bridge over there. It's called Souk Al Bahar Bridge. So we're gonna meet them. I don't know how many are gonna show up, maybe none, we'll see.
And the nice thing is that it's so warm throughout the whole year, and the best months, maybe too hot sometimes, but the best months are during winter. You can still go for a swim during the day. In the evening it gets a little bit chilly. The best time. I believe from October, November, all the way to March, April. Really good.
Reaching the end of this video, we'd like to invite you to watch our next one, where we dive into my past life in Emirates. When I was in Dubai, I actually went to my old home, where I spent 2 years of my life, to Sarab, where I spent 1.5 years of my life, and to Ticom, where I spent another year of my life, let's say. All these are crew accommodations except for the private home I was living at the very end. I personally go to every single accommodation, meet with crew, friends, visit the Dubai frame, La Mer. We eat out in super cheap Indian restaurants and go to many other places you'll love. If you're interested, don't forget to stay tuned for our next video coming up. It'll be 100% worth it, I promise you. Meanwhile, if you want to watch our Dubai travel guides, our real local Emirati friend, Khalas, will be glad to take you around Dubai. We have a playlist up here. Click and watch. Have a wonderful day, Wannabees, friends and Wishcasters. I will see you soon.
Okay. So that was it. That was our video. We were showing you Millennium Tower. Unfortunately, it's going to be closing down. I don't know if it's going to be closing down for both pilots and cabin crew, or just cabin crew. I don't know about that. Probably for both. We'll see about that. I hope you enjoyed that video and rewatching it for those of you that already did watch it when it came out. And I'm going to be checking your questions. A few of them. Let's see. Let's start from the top. There aren't so many questions, so it's going to be quite quick. A lot of you are always asking, when are they going to hold interviews again? I don't know. This is a tough question to ask because I don't belong to the Emirates recruiting department. Like, I don't have answers to these questions, but I can only figure out like what logical approach there can be for them to start hiring or not. Like, if we're right behind a corner of the Dubai Expo and they cut down and like 1/8 of the crew is remaining, of course they're going to have to hire, or they're not going to be able to have any flights coming in and having people to visit and participate to the Dubai Expo. What else? I've been asked, have you ever interacted with any UAE national cabin crew? I have. There are some, not so many, very few, but there are some, and they're really, really nice. So yeah, so I've seen a lot of people asking, when are they going to hire? Fortunately, we don't really know about this, as I said before, but the best thing that you can do is always checking their career opportunities page on Emirates Group Careers. If I'm not mistaken, just type in emirates.com or on Google careers, Emirates careers, or cabin crew careers, Emirates. Anything will give you some results that will lead you to their page, and then you can see where they hold assessment day. Now, I'm very sure that it's not going to happen for quite a while. Now they're in this stage where they laid off a lot of people, and they might rehire some people. American Airlines is doing this. We talked to a cabin crew last time through this chat right here, where people were asking questions, and she said they're taking cabin crew back that were laid off earlier. So if the situation improves and the vaccinations help, and the world, the population embraces these vaccinations quickly, and if these vaccinations are also successful, we'll see more and more flights coming in, getting in place, getting rostered. And so every airline will start either taking back their laid off crew or hiring new crew. And if that happens, and the laid off crew, for example, some of them say no, or maybe they don't think it's a good idea to take some crew back that they laid off, and they're going to start opening new positions, cabin crew positions, for grade 2 positions. That's how usually you start. You start from there, and then you work yourself up within the company. So I'm not exactly sure. I could speculate, but I don't want to speculate. Best thing for you to do is to check on their website and always try to get through that digital interview, as we said last time, because getting through this first initial screening will put you in that pool of people that already passed that screening. And if they ever do open a job position, you're going to be the first one that will, let's say, pass through the funnel of all the people that apply for this position. You don't want to be the last one to get called. You know, you want to have the best chances. You want to be one of the first. Maybe they'll only open one wave and they'll have like 1,000 positions taken, and they won't need anyone else for another 3 or 4 months. So you don't want to be one of those that didn't pass the digital interview. So keep on checking on their website, and also keep on checking on the Emirates Wannabees Facebook group and our YouTube channel to see the trends and how things change. Like I said, we have a lot of people in Emirates, a lot of people that know a lot. And so they're always sharing information, always sharing. I'm very grateful about that. They're always sharing information. And so I'm always disclosing this with you. And if you want to know the latest trends, you want to know how things are changing, and if it's a good moment, if it's a ripe moment for you to choose to leave your job and become a cabin crew, then the best way is for you to figure out if through how things are going on and unfolding, to figure out if it's a right moment through these channels that we have up for you. I'd like to thank you for joining us today. It was a shorter video, not so short. We're at 50 minutes. Thank you for taking some time out of your Sunday. I appreciate it. If you like this video, stay tuned for our next video. I think next Sunday we'll be doing another one. We might be checking out for some news for not just Emirates, but for some other airlines and also the trends in the aviation world. So if you're interested in this topic, don't forget to tune in. Thank you for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you.